quite tall. I'm 6'2". It's easy to feel like, I'm the problem or that I have done something to upset other people. So for me, I decided to kind of lean into it and embrace it and choose to focus on what makes me most comfortable and most proud to be myself.
Salut Cornol, salut le monde. Le mois de juin est placé sous le signe de l'arc-en-ciel. Nous avons eu l'occasion de rencontrer Ariel qui va nous parler de sa transidentité.
I'm a transgender woman. I also identify as non-binary, so I take she, her pronouns, but I like to kind of play with the aspects of my gender and stay in a spot where I feel most comfortable. I had started to feel it very young, and I had been raised in an environment where just because how things were in the 90s, I was in an academic family, it didn't feel like a possibility. I've been on hormones now for about 5 years. One myth is always that the idea that you come out at one point or that you transition at one point, but really it's a process that's a part of you your whole life. Now, there are aspects of who I was when I identified as male that I still hold on to and that I still feel proud of. And I know that for some transgender people, it's, only one way works in terms of the comfort. But for me, it's like I could find that there were small aspects of what I had before through therapy that I could still hold on to. It's not a matter of just one or the other. It's not a matter of a firm category that you can just fit everyone in. Even if it's a small percentage, there will always be people who are outside of those boxes. It was very mixed. So the closest family and friends were obviously 100% supportive. But I did find that there were a lot of friends, especially older friends that I had from back when I was in university, who either didn't believe it or who didn't accept it. And there were many parts of my family who didn't approve. And at the time, especially since I was feeling insecure and vulnerable, it made it a real challenge.
Yeah, we see a lot of hate, and a lot of the time it is increasing around Pride season and around election time, where there is kind of a push of negative messaging and fear-mongering about the LGBTQ community. So we do receive a lot of hate mail, a lot of negative messages, a lot of negative comments.
I find that a lot of people who are drawn or who project that kind of hate, they are searching, they're looking for anybody who stands out. It's like a hammer looking for nails. If society sees me as being transgressive, or that part of society sees me as transgressive, then what better act of resistance is there than just being myself? Sometimes when I'm walking around downtown, I'll have somebody say what are you? They'll just be uncertain, or I'll see them kind of looking like that. They aren't sure how I'm representing myself, and a lot of it just comes down to how I dress. I have long hair. I find that when people are a little confused, then just having a bit of clarity, they'll just kind of move on.
We have worked closely with the Cornwall Police over the last few years to try to create a safer SDNG. We have seen an increase in hate-motivated incidents, in hate speech online, members of our community receiving hateful messages, or being harassed in the street, being assaulted, and so we find that collaboration is very important. We want to make sure that the police have access to resources and education about our community so that they're able to better serve the community with a sense of understanding and empathy. There have been, incidents where community members did report that they didn't get the service that they wanted, and we are seeing an increased effort from the side of the Cornwall Police to meet one-on-one with community members, to welcome Diversity Cornwall to those meetings, and to ask the hard questions of, what could we have done better? And I think our community members are seeing that too.
Being attacked directly or being told something cruel, it's still something I have to deal with. Even this morning, I woke up with some cruel messages from people online, and it's something that you have to come to terms with. And I think, in general, if everybody could understand that whole live and let live approach, I think everybody would be a lot happier.